This trip was made possible by Affinity Photo. It's a photo editing software ideal for professionals and amateurs alike. Adjust exposure, create layers, prepare shots for the web, just some of the thousands of functions you can use. I've been using it for the past couple of years and find it's quick, easy to pick up and no subscription fees. So why not check them out in the link below. Before I leave Shetland, I met up with Bryden again at a licensed hide for Merlin, a rare species of raptor.
So what are we looking for today then, Bryden?
Well, today we're going to go and I'm going to take you down to the Merlin hide I've been working on. So Merlins, as you'll probably know, Merlins are a fairly rare breeding bird in the British Isles, and in Shetland there's only about 30, between 30 and 40 pairs actually. So
That few?
that few. It's a very rare breeder, and you require a Schedule 1 licence to photograph them, to work on them at the breeding site, and they're very, very well. You'll know how skittish Merlins are. All raptors tend to be. Merlins especially so, and it's essential to have a Schedule 1 licence to work on them. Working in a hide on them, you're maybe 30, 40, 50 yards from the nest watching them, and yeah, it's a real privilege to see that behaviour between the parents and the chicks.
And it's not as simple as just walking up to the hide and getting stuck in, is it?
No, that's right. What we have to do is we do walk-ins and walk-outs. So to get down to the hide, it's absolutely essential that we have somebody walk us down. So we have the three of us will go down, get you in the hide, get you all set up, and then that person leaving you in there. And that gives them, it basically tricks them into thinking that you've left. And it's pretty amazing how quickly they settle down. As soon as that person goes out of line of sight over the ridge, they settle down really quickly. We got to be very, very cautious in how we introduce the hide. So you're talking about several weeks of moving hides, and from when you actually start on the site, you're talking about several weeks before you're actually in a shooting position.
So a lot of planning's going into this.
It's
not just rock up, get your hide.
It's a really specialist assignment, really exciting, it's a privileged assignment. But first off, I would introduce the hide to the site. Very often I'll just actually take the hide, leave it sort of in the area, maybe at least 100, 150 yards or more from the actual nest site. A few days to a week later I'll go back and I'll move the hide a little bit. I'll put it in its first position, usually about 3 stages before I'm actually shooting. You just move it give it a few days to let them settle, and it's not only them getting used to the hide moving that sort of 3 positions, it's also you coming and going from the site. They kind of build a tolerance to you and can see that you're obviously not a threat. You come and you go and nothing happens to the nest, so yeah, you've got to be very, very careful.
Sounds good. Well, got me excited. Let's go to this hide.
Let's do it, yeah.
So wildlife photography conjures up ideas of people waiting in hides for hours and hours. But why do we use hides, Bryden?
Well, the beauty with hides is you can observe bird behaviour totally naturally. I mean, this assignment, for example, a Merlin at the nest site, there's no way it would come anywhere near. It would just constantly be alarming if we were in a hide. So it gives us, as we talked about there, once we trick them that someone's left the hide, it all just starts to become natural for them again, because they have no idea we're in here. And it allows us to observe and photograph them just completely naturally without them knowing we're here. So it's perfect to get the real natural behaviour of them.
And presumably, obviously, we're working with Merlins today, but anyone could set a hide up for most wildlife, really.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's certain species, some species of mammal and bird that obviously need a licence to photograph, but yeah, I mean, it could be a hide in your garden, it can be a hide in your local park. Yeah, I can hear it actually sounds like she's coming in now. Sounds like she's coming back with prey.
Oh, yeah. Oh, beautiful. Look at that.
It's probably a meadow puppet chick or a skylark chick.
So is she bringing back food fairly regularly for them?
Yeah, usually maybe every 2 to 3 hours. The male does all the hunting, and she'll do a little bit more of the hunting as the chicks get older. But in the early stages, he does all the hunting. He brings it back to her. She goes off and meets him, and then brings it in. Some pairs are behave slightly differently, but these guys, I've only once, on visits to the hide, I've only once seen the male at the actual nest. She seems to do the majority of the actual feeds. One of the reasons I find it so amazing, such a privilege to work in the hide, when you're out in the countryside, the English countryside, for example, you might be lucky if you catch a fleeting glimpse of a merlin flying low across a field, but here you can actually watch them, just incredible behaviour and just photograph them.
It's the first time I've ever seen a Merlin, and they are just phenomenal.
They're beautiful little things, they really are.
Thanks for watching. Tune into the next film. Don't forget to leave a comment down below and like, share and subscribe. Until next time, cheers.